Why am I kind of brally here today? Guys, can you see me clear and nice and well? It's very important to be looking good. Right? Let me know, guys, if you can see me clear, nice and well. Let me just go back here a little bit. Gotta do this. Just a second. Gotta make sure that everything here is clear and good. All right. Let's see this. Let's see how. Hey, can you guys see me clear right there? How is everybody doing? Just had to come. Oh, okay. There's a light here. I'm using it for the first time, so I kind of look brally in the video. But if you can see me clear, that's good. That's very important to see me clear. And let me just be here from the computer how I look like. But anyways, hey everybody. I see Sophia is already joining here. Appreciate that. I see Marit joining here as well. Family, appreciate that. Shout out to the member right there, Sophia, and the team, Marit, in the house. Yeah, you see me clear. That's very important. Well, very random stream. And let me just be honest, I got an idea of doing this stream right after seeing what is going on in the WhatsApp group. Actually, I did not read the messages because I don't want to get any ideas, but I just want to give my personal opinion because I've seen this video the day that it came out. Actually, to be honest with you, I watch a lot of videos of MrBeast, and I've seen that video the day that it came out. I was not here in Kenya, and what a coincidence! I'm in Kenya right now. I was in South Africa, and I saw that video. And me personally, I had some few thoughts in my heart, and so seeing what is happening there, I realized that I could share my opinion with everybody there, and you guys as well. You could share your opinions with us here together as a family. All right. If you guys haven't seen the video that MrBeast released a couple days ago, you can check it out, and possibly you'll understand why I am addressing this. All right. So I'm not gonna stay here for a long time because I need to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning for the event tomorrow. But anyway, that aside, I appreciate for everybody joining. I'm just going to pray a little quick and I'll give this feedback. And for those who are watching right now, good. For those who will watch later, also good. You'll be able to see that. God, I thank you for giving me this opportunity right here in Kenya to do this session. I pray that you will be with us from the beginning all the way to the end. Because everything we do and everything we are is for your glory. In your precious name, Christ, I pray. Amen. Amen. All right. So I'm going to give you, first of all, reasons why I am doing this. First, if you guys have been following us 3 to 4 weeks, I've released here vlogs from South Africa, us actually digging down some wells and providing clean and safe water to some of the villages in South Africa. All right. If you guys have watched the vlogs, which I always encourage you guys to watch, I think you might agree with me that what you have seen in MrBeast videos, maybe you have seen in our videos as well, doing exactly the same thing. All right. So if you've seen that, that's good. You can check those videos before this video came out. First thing, because the mission why I went to South Africa at the beginning of this month, it was actually to dig and to provide 2 water tanks for clean water in some of the villages there in South Africa, because they don't have access to that and they need to buy water for, the village situation, people, they don't really have money, but they need to buy water to provide for themselves. So we went there, we dig some wells, and we're providing water, clean water right there. So us, including our organization SNOA, Swahili Nation One Africa, we actually participated on that, and we put our hand onto that to actually make that project possible. If you haven't seen the vlogs from South Africa, that was the only reason why I went to South Africa, to provide clean and safe water to our people in the village. And I was not there alone. It was the partnership between me and Koreans. So there's a company that I work with in Korea, 4 years ago. The boss reached out to me a couple, month ago, and he told me the plan he has for South Africa. I mean, the plans of this project that is partnering with some local missionaries there to provide that clean and safe water. So he told me if I will be part of it, and I was like, yes, definitely, yeah, I can join and participate and see what is going on. So I went to South Africa, flew all the way there, and we did provide clean water. I just share another short clip, and I'll be sharing the final video of that trip for you guys to see that. So the reason why I'm doing this, my opinion on the video that MrBeast did, because we did exactly the same project, of course, with a small magnitude, just couple weeks ago, prior to the video that MrBeast released. We did that in South Africa. So after South Africa, I flew all the way to South Korea for another mission. I did there, and while I was there, I saw this video coming out of MrBeast. And at the time that I was watching this video, when I was in South Korea, I received another invitation to come here to Kenya. So while I was there, I saw this video of different walls that I've been providing here in few countries here in Africa, including Kenya. And just after that video, 2 days later, I was supposed to be here in Kenya. So for me, it's not a coincidence that first, the video that has been released by MrBeast about wars in Africa, we actually did the same thing in South Africa, and I shared with you guys before. Second, the country that they actually provided a lot of wars, it's here in Kenya, and I was gonna come to Kenya even prior me seeing that video. All right, so these are not a coincidence, and this is the reason why I want to give my opinion about that. All right, so I know there are divided groups right now. All right, and I've seen even the article that has been written by CNN, and I've seen different reactions from Kenyans themselves, right here from the country, right, and everything. So let me say this first of all, guys. I think we as African will be very hypocrite if we start thinking about the damage on Africa's government. I think we'll be very hypocrites if we think that this video is ruining Africa's government's image. And I'm speaking that right now while I'm here in Kenya. And these wars have been provided not only here in Kenya, but in so many other countries there in Africa. So I think, first of all, we have to cut the B. All right, we have to cut it out and not thinking that this initiative or whatever that they are doing, whatever their intention, whatever it is, I don't know and I don't care. That is ruining Africa's image, because the image of Africa's leadership has already been ruined by what is happening. Because the reality on the ground, guys, before I went to South Africa and witness and see, or before I went to my own country and see, or before I traveled to the countryside of Africa and see, then I can agree that politicians are not doing their job to provide clean and safe waters to our community. So when I see someone else, I don't care what are their agenda, I don't care what they're doing, for what reason, I do not care. But what I see water being provided in a place where there's no water, and people are getting clean water. They have that access. That's what I see. If you don't want them to do it, you gotta do your job. If I don't wanna see NGOs participating in Africa, if I don't wanna see them interacting in our businesses, if I don't wanna see MrBeast building walls in Africa, then this is one thing I gotta do. I gotta do it for myself. I gotta provide the clean water. A lot of people who are opposing and saying this stuff, they're sitting somewhere there and they do nothing. If you don't do nothing, you can't say nothing. and this might come as a surprise to a lot of people, because maybe you wanted or you expected me to be against this, but I'm never gonna be against this, because the reality on the ground is too real. When I went there in South Africa and I share videos, not a video, videos. When I went, and those videos, they're not even popular. People, they don't want to watch them. They're providing clean water and stuff, they don't want to watch it. Right now, this issue is coming. Oh, everybody's talking about it. And I'm like, why are you against that? Okay, let be real for a second, guys. Why are we against that? Are we against it because a white man is building wells in Africa? Why are we against it? I really want to question this. Like, why I should be against it? If I don't do my job, if I don't do my responsibility, if I do not care about my people, if I do not care about my people, what in the world do I get a strength to criticize someone else who shows interest or even care about my people? I don't get it. Is this pan-Africanism we talk about? Because if that is pan-Africanism, I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be part of it. Get me right. My hope is that we Africans will do these things. That's my message. That has always been my message. That me as an African, or African governments, we as Africans doing this. And when I release a video about South Africa and the wells and the work that we did there, I said this, that a single water tank to provide clean water, I said this, guys, in those videos I said, to provide that one water tank is $9,000, only $9,000. You get that car, beautiful car, you dig the well down all the way to 100 meters, 120 meters, you get clean water, you put the water tank there, people, they get it for free, $9,000. And to be honest, you know, seeing the video of MrBeast, I think that is more than $9,000. It could be 10,000 and above, because it's much better than what we built. But we are not doing it. So I will be hypocrite if I don't want anyone to pit me or to pit my people while I'm not really helping my people. If I am not providing water to my people, and at the same time I don't want anyone to pit my people, man, this is me being a hypocrite. If I don't want you to pit me, then I should provide for myself. If I don't want white man, you know, whatever, Chinese man, whoever out there, if I don't want them to pit me, if I don't want them to look down on me, what do I supposed to do? Do I just supposed to talk? That, hey, don't pit me, don't look down on me. Do I supposed to say that, oh, you know, I'm the same, a human being like you? Am I supposed to say that, or am I supposed to do something that something that will make them not pitting you? Not look down on you, not take advantage of you. Because I'll tell you the truth, man. The reason why they're taking advantage of you, of us, because we are in that position of being taken advantage of. Let me tell you this. At this point, guys, I get a lot of deals. I get a lot of talks. I get in a lot of rooms and a lot of emails of deals, of partnership, of collaborations at this point. But you know what? I can either let you take advantage of me by agreeing with whatever that you say, or I can either put myself in a position that you will never even dare to take advantage of me. First of all, you'll be scared to talk to me when you know that your agenda is opposite to what I stand for. So it's about the position of Africans. It's about the positions of politicians. It's about the positions of our governments. It's about the position of our mindset, how we put ourselves, what we think about ourselves, what we do about our people, what we do about our brothers and sisters in the continent. Because if I do not do that, I cannot tell the NGOs to get the heck out of here. If I don't want to have wars anymore in Africa, then I should do something about it to clear the wars in Africa. If I don't do it, I'm telling you, UN peacebreakers will be here to take care of our businesses. If I'm not going to build wells to provide clean and safe water to my people, I can't stop somebody else to come to do the good work. The only our job will be to sit down and be like, oh, thank you, MrBeast. Thank you for what you've done. And to be honest, guys, I was tempted. I almost commented in that video and to say that, brother, we appreciate you. Thank you. I almost did that. I'm telling you, my first instinct, it was that. I left my ego aside. I see this white man take his resources, whatever it is. Guys, I don't care about his reason. I don't care about his agenda. I don't care why he's doing this. I don't care, man. It is none of my business to care about that. It is none of my business. It is none of, and I will never find out. You will never find out. But the question, and this is what I say, guys, if you guys have seen the vlogs that I filmed in South Africa, I said this. I say, because I was there with my brothers and sisters all the way from Korea doing that work. I say this. I say it's a shame that this is our work. It's supposed to be our work, but somebody else has to come miles away from Asia or US to build just a water tank of $9,000. And I say this, the mission from now, this is what I said, guys, before this video came out. I said my mission right now is to go to countryside to find the places that they need clean and safe water, and we're gonna do it. I said it here. Go and watch go and watch. Okay, I can't tell you right now because I cannot open here. Go and watch. I will share with you guys. Wait, go and watch the few couple days live stream I did. Go and check it out. I am not going to criticize anyone who is doing a work that I'm not doing. For this, I'm talking because we've just done a couple weeks ago. I've done. But the question is, to the rest of Africa, to the rest of African governments, what the heck are we doing for our people? What are we doing? Are we only caring about the image of Africa's government, the image of our leaders, and we don't care about what they're doing to our people? I can't be a hypocrite. I say no to hypocrisy. I say no to this kind of pan-Africanism. I don't want that. I don't want that. Am I doing something for my people? Are you doing something for your people? Because I'm telling you, if this 1.6 something billion Africans will say, you know what, enough is enough, we want clean water for our people, all of us will be able to provide clean water to our people. We don't even need government's hand. If we decide, if Kenya decide to provide clean water to its people across this country, in the countryside, I'm telling you, there's a lot of billionaires here. There's a lot of business here. Building one water tank, one water wells for $10,000, it's nothing. Because there are some people here that are spending $10,000 for just a meal a day. You understand what I'm saying? That's how the luxury life people are living in Africa. And don't tell me that we don't have money. No, we have money. But where are we putting our money to? How are we spending our money? Then you have somebody, a YouTuber, like MrBeast, fleeing all the way from whatever country come from to Africa to build 100 wells. And what we said that you're ruining the image of our governments. Oh my God. You should thank him. You should thank him. You should thank him because he's doing a job, man. I'm sorry. I don't know why today I'm feeling like cursing, but I'm sorry. You know, but we leave them to do our jobs. If we did it, and no, maybe the same time that we're building wells in South Africa, these guys are building wells here in Africa. What I see clean water provided to the kids, the little kids who did not have access to clean water. Clean water provided to the school that they had to travel miles to find the clean water, provided to them right there in their hand, and now they're able to have it. I'm not naive, but I think sometimes we think too much. Sometimes Good deed is just a good deed. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes there's no any other meaning behind. Sometimes things are quite simple than what we think of. Sometimes things are not that complicated. It's very simple. You don't want the image of your country to be ruined? Do something for your people. You're a leader, you're a politician. You think this is bad for my government? Do the same thing. Go and do that. And share videos, and we will share. We will comment. That's our job. We'll talk about it. That's our job. We'll talk about it. Do it. We'll talk about it. It is the time for, I'm telling you the truth, guys. Let me tell you this. Most of the time when we talk about Africans in the continent or in diaspora, we think about diaspora as money coming to Africa, investing. Let me tell you this, diaspora. I'll spoil something for you. People in the continent here in Africa, they have crazy amount of money. I'm telling you, more than you could ever imagine here in Africa. Some of them, they have wealth and money more than what you do have, more than what you acquired outside there. Africans here. Understand that? Here in Africa. But how do we spend our money? How do we spend our money? How are we spending our money? It's crazy. I'm here in Kenya right now. The rain has been raining today, the whole day long. Since last night up to right now, it's raining. In Tanzania, the entire week, water should be free in Africa. Should be free. I say that in the live stream. This should be free. We should never buy water. Never buy water. We have all kind of water bodies. We have everything. And we're just there to criticize people who are doing good work. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'll tell you the truth, man. I'm not that kind of pan-Africanist that is just say, you know, white, get out of here. Asian, get out of here. Get out. If I don't have a reason, if you don't give me a reason to say that, I'm not going to say that. Because I'm telling you, I cannot be hypocrite. All right? And I cannot just say for the sake of saying things while I know that I am not doing anything, while I know that my people are not doing enough. I'm telling you, man, if Africans will decide to end the era of food insecurity in Africa, water insecurity in Africa, if we decide, we can end that within a year. But how do we spend our money? Our countries. We growing up in our countries, knowing that our countries are poorest countries in the world. But I'm telling you, there's no such a poorest country in Africa. There's no single poor country in Africa. These countries are rich. If you want to know how rich Africa is, look at our politicians. Then you will understand that Africa is rich. Because they are rich. No, they're not rich. They're wealthy. Then you will understand that, oh, it's the problem is this wealth that Africa have is just in the hands of few people. And I'm not criticizing those people who worked hard to get what they got. If you worked hard and you got what you got, you're wealthy, congratulations. I'm not here to criticize you. You deserve it. You work hard for it. But I'm talking about those politicians who became wealth after they held office. Today we say Africa is poor. Do you know what happened? I'm reading a book, and I want to show you this. I showed you this guy before. I'm reading a book called Africa, Magufuli and Change, all right? It's quite a big book. I've been reading in the plane. I'm reading this book, and I'm finding out very disturbing information about one thing that happened in Chad, and this is what happened across the continent of Africa. The loans and aids, how they destabilized Africa, how they kept Africa in the position that it has been for over, for more than 60 years right now. I'm reading. Maybe I'll come here to do a review of this book after I finished. But this is what it says. It says that in Chad, they got this loan of billions of dollars back in the years. And guess what? 99% of that loan and aid did not go to any development programs in the country. Only 1% it went to the development projects. 99% it went to the pockets of politicians. And that's what loans and aids does to Africa. It is not directly to the development project, but it is directed to the politicians. Why? Because those who are giving, they have their own plans and their own agenda. So the simple way of doing it is to give into the hands of politicians. And once you have this big chunk of money, you have power. Then you can decide whatever that you want to do with that money. And they can decide whatever that they want to do with that money through you. So it comes in their hands. They keep 95%, it does nothing. If loans and aids that came to Africa, it was based and spent on development project, Africa would have never been the same today. But those loans and aids were never divided to develop Africa, but they were designed to keep Africa in the same position that it used to be. Africa in 1970s, it was better economically than today. And for the past 60 years, billions of money that Africa received as a loan and aids. It's crazy. It's insane. And it never helped Africa. Why? Politicians. Politicians. So when I see MrBeast coming to Africa, building 100 water wells, I support him 1,000%. You better do that than sending money to some politicians here. And you'll never get to do 100 wells, they'll build 5 wells. And they'll keep that in the news everywhere, that we have built 5 wells. We did only 2 wells in South Africa, and we put the news as well because it's a big state. And we got nothing. We did not collect even a single dollar from anyone out there. We did not. This guy came and built 100 wells. You know what I'm saying? Hey, white people, come, build 1,000, come and build it. Because we failed to do our own job. Because I don't believe that we failed. That's why that is our priority right now. I shared with you guys before this video came out. If you guys have seen the live stream that I share, now you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying this because of what MrBeast did. No, I say this because it was in my heart when I went to South Africa already. I say that before this video came out. Today, this video is a topic even in our group, but when we share the videos about these wells we built in South Africa, nobody talked about it. Nobody. As a matter of fact, the videos don't even have 1,000 viewers. So let me tell you this. The video doesn't even have 1,000 viewers and no one is talking about it. Why? Because Africans, we did it for our people. But somebody else, when they do it, oh, there's the talks and everything. For thousands of years, we'll be talking about it. We'll be posting about it. We'll be discussing about it. Hypocrisy in this continent is drawing this continent back again and again and again. And I'm tired of hypocrisy. I mean, I'm tired of hypocrites out there. I'm tired of you guys. I'm just tired because this is not changing Africa. This is not bringing Africa anywhere. We are still in the same position. We have hypocrisy everywhere. We have in the government. We have in the hoods. We have in our houses. We have with our families. We have even in SNOA. We have everywhere. Do I think that we'll ever have a world without hypocrisy? I don't think that. I'm not naive. But I believe as Africans, we can do better. Just do better. Just care a little bit more about your people. Just care a little bit more about what we do for our people because we are our people. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. All right, just a little bit. You can either accumulate things for yourself, but in biblical context, this is what it says. Go and multiply because we are blessed to bless others. And when God bless you with a little thing, that little thing is not for you to keep it. No, it's for you to bless others. It's for you to be a channel. And you know what I'm saying? Guys, that guy, MrBeast, those 100 wells they built here in Africa, that guy will live long and God will bless him. Why? Because there's kids and generation of parents are praying and crying to God because of that. And you know how African parents pray. You know that. You know that. Even me, I bless him. He did amazing work. And thank you for what you've done. Because you kind of feel like we failed to do our own job. It's shame. $10,000? One? We can't do it. I said this in the last video that, guys, I'm not even going to ask to collect money from you. I told you guys we'll go to this place, we find information, and we will tell you where you can come or you can go to that place and build that well for yourself with your money. You have $10,000, don't even send to me. Go there. Go there and build it for yourself. We'll give you a channel. We'll help you. We'll be there with you. We'll be there with you to negotiate, to do everything. Because we just want our people to live a safe and a better life. We don't want your money. We want that money to be done to our people. Because I already have clean water, man. I can eat lunch, breakfast, and dinner. But there are our people who cannot eat that. There are people who cannot even drink clean water. The clean water that we drink all the time, they cannot afford that. So let's do our job before someone else do and become a huge topic. And I'm telling you, man, trust me, I'm hurt. When I watched that video, I am hurt. I am deeply hurt. I was watching that video. My friend, Gaspar can tell you, man. I was watching that video, but I was hurt. I'm reading the comments, and I'm hurt. I'm looking at the pity towards the continent, towards every single one of our kind, and I'm hurt, man. I'm hurt because I'm like, man, this is something we can do. This is something we can do. This is something that I can do. This is something that you can do. If my people, if there are my people in the continent, they don't have 3 meals a day, and I eat 3 meals a day, I'm ready to eat 2 meals a day for them to eat at least 1 meal a day. I am ready. I'm ready to do that. But we don't have that mindset. We just keep talking about Ubuntu, 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 Ubuntu. Where is Ubuntu in action? There's no Ubuntu in action. It's just talks. Talks, talks, talks. Ubuntu in action, talks, talks, talks. We just enjoy and love to talk. That's the only thing we love to do. All right? Where is Ubuntu in action? Where? We should be busy. This continent should be busy. And right now, there's open of borders. The little people start opening borders, man. It should be busy. I should be seeing African everywhere, man, just getting busy. Just here we need to build well, here we need to build school, here we need to build hospital. Man, politicians are failing us, and we sit down and we just enjoy that. Oh, they're failing. We just talk about it. We go, we do the work, because we can do it. We do it. We do it. Doesn't matter, man. Even I know we're paying tax and everything, and our taxes aren't really doing the work they're intended to do, but we do it. We go ahead, we do it. We will have tax refund. One day when we go to heaven, God will return our taxes. You know what I'm saying? If we're not gonna get here, get somewhere else. But it's a shame. Somebody else from way far from Africa come here to just build water tanks. It's a shame, man. I'm meeting these kids. This is one of my favorite things. I'm going to release not the final video from South Africa, because I have a lot of videos I did not release, but I'm going to release. I would upload a video of the process when we were actually digging down to get clean water, and at the end I put the videos of these little kids that we were there with them. All right, and I'm looking at these kids, man. I love these kids like as if I'm their dad, man. I don't know these kids. I'm seeing African kids for the first time everywhere, every time, but I love these kids as if I'm their dad, man. Like I have that love in my heart for these kids, man. I'm looking at them, I'm like, this is the future of Africa. And they have clean water now. They can drink clean water. The number of kids who are dying in Africa because of disease. Do you know how critical the situation is in Africa? Do you know that the kids, they got used to bacteria that they drink from water, they eat from food, the mosquitoes that they bite them every single day, and malaria. This kid is normal for them to get flu. It's normal. They grow up. You wonder why we grow up so fast, Africans, because we grow up in those kind of environment. That's one kid in Africa, and then there's another kid somewhere there is growing in a very nice, good-looking neighborhood, drinking safe, clean water, eating food anyhow they want. How are you going to compare this? Man, we are living by the grace. Even us being here, surviving, man, it's by the grace of God. It is by the grace of God. Us doing it, man, you ask me about my story. Ask me about my family. He had no money. I'm fighting for this because this is personal story. This is not a story that is popular story to talk about. No, it's a person. This is how we grew up. I understand how life is. I see these kids. I see myself in them. Man, my heart is breaking, man. I'm seeing these kids, it's breaking. Just seeing them. I'm like, man, kids, heart is breaking. And then the other day we share here a video, one couple, American couple, they were brutally torturing this kid in Uganda, because they were taking care of him, but they were not really taking care of him. I mean, today we can blame them for what they did. But what is there to stop them? How are we going to stop them from taking our kids? By providing a good life for our kids. Even when they don't have parents, government should have a better system to provide for them. If government fail, we as a people, we should have a better system to create our own system to take care of these kids, man, instead of letting our kids out of the continent and they become slaves there outside of the continent. How are we protecting the future of Africa? Today, Asian countries, one of the biggest struggle in Japan, in Korea, is that people, they don't want to get married, people, they don't want to give birth to the kids. So in 20 years, those countries will disappear because nobody's giving birth unless they invite African to go to live there, because we're really good at giving birth, but we're not good at taking care of our kids. We're not good at putting the better system for our kids, man. These kids, they're being adopted somewhere outside of the Africa, and they become slaves there. Ladies, girls, they become slaves. Guys, they become slaves outside of this continent. How we man, I'm telling you, this blood is on us Africans. Because these kids are not just coming because two people had sex and then they have kids. No. No kid came by coincidence. It doesn't matter whether you planned for it or you did not. These are God-given gifts. And we can't even take care of our own kids. And what do we expect? That kid that was tortured by that couple, that couple, most of us are like, oh, this is very... The fine was only like $10,000. Man, $10,000? Somebody can give that's what court decides. So basically these guys, they got nothing. But I'm telling you the truth, man. The one to be blamed there is not those two American couples. It's African who allow it to happen. It's us, man. Everything is us. When are we going to get to wake up and understand this? Everything is us. You Africans who are able to adopt babies, adopt African babies. If you're outside, you want to adopt somebody, come to the continent, adopt our babies, man. We should never let our babies be adopted by anybody else. We should never do that. We should man, we can't take care of anything. And we are here complaining about 100 wars. Do you know, when I was in South Korea just a couple of days ago, this is what I was asking. I was asking to this one couple. Both of them, they studied in Harvard. Very smart, very bright. I share their pictures on Instagram. And these were our mentors, my mentors. Until right now, they're still my mentors. And I asked them, I was like, hey, so the budget of the country, where does this money go? These guys are lawyers from Harvard. I'm like, where does this money go? Because I'm there in South Korea. The infrastructure is beautiful. Like, they don't need to build, roads. They don't need to build anything. Everything is beautiful. It's well put. It's clean. The entire country. When you go to countryside, man, I'm going to countryside. It's actually, the countryside is like the capital city of my country. That's the countryside. You understand that? That's the countryside. You go and be like, oh, this is where you farm. But it's very... You're looking at him, and I'm like, so where does your government spend money to? And the guy, he told me this. He said, oh, the money here is being spent in healthcare. It's been spent in military. It's been spent in education. One of the best education in the world, South Korea. One of the best health system, South Korea. And they spend, and right now, as I'm saying, South Korea are actually exporting all this weapon as well to the countries that are fighting battle right now. They are producing it. This country is famous by making ships and provide everywhere. These guys do everything. South Korea, little country that 60 years ago was the poorest country in the world. Today, they're doing wonders. And the money is being spent in healthcare. Healthcare is the beautiful, it's the best. I'm telling you, man, if you have issue with health, just go to South Korea. I'm telling you, man. I don't care about anywhere else. I don't care about the US. I don't care about any, just go to South Korea. Those guys, they know. They know what they're doing. Go there. I'm telling you, you will be surprised and shocked. What are we doing in Africa? Every single 2 years, we repair our roads. Every single 2 years, we repair. When you see the roads here, how broken they are, and they're built just only 5 years ago. Because you know what? When you have a budget of roads like 10 billions US dollars, you spend 5 billions or 3 billions, and 7 billions you keep in the pocket. So the quality of our roads, they can't last for 10 years. So we keep spending the same amount of money to the infrastructure. And we don't spend in education. We don't care about our teachers. We pay them like, I don't know, like they do nothing. So most of them, they don't teach with passion. Most of them, they dodge schools. And our kids, they've been taught by these people who are frustrated, who are not being taken care well of. And education is shit in Africa because of that. Nobody's motivated to become a teacher. If you're a failure, that's when you go and you learn to become a teacher. Nobody cares about it. Look at health sector. We can't even make our own medicine. We can't do anything. It's impossible. It is. We need to start doing things. Guys, let's start doing things. The hope of Africa is for us Africans to take matters on our own hands and do it. Start fighting. For the countries that are fighting tribalism in Ethiopia, stop it. Put your hands together as one people. Develop your country. Don't wait for the government. Here in Kenya, don't wait for the government. Tanzania, don't wait for the government. South Africa, don't wait for the government. Our hope is in the doing. We need to do it. We need to start acting and start doing it. And we need to appreciate our own. We need to appreciate our own. We need to appreciate our own. It's sad that it's sad. You know, it is sad. I don't want to personalize this. It's sad. It is sad that in order for African to make it, they need to do 10 times more than any other race does outside of Africa, even inside of the Africa. Today, a lot of people, they will donate for international organization to do the work here in home, but they will never come and do the work here home or donate in the local organization here home. It's sad. And but this is what we're gonna do. Let me end with this note. We're gonna do everything that we spoke about. We're going to do it. We're going to build walls. We're going to build schools. We're going to build hospitals. We're going to build medias. We're going to build systems for our people. I ain't here to fight with anyone. I'm not here to compete with anyone. I'm just here to do my life, man. And that's what we're gonna do. Whether you're with us or you're not, I don't care. Because the power is not in, honestly, I believe this, the power is not in many. The power is in the commitment. You might be 1,000 people, but if you're not committed to do something, it's nothing. How many people do we have here in SNOA? More than 329,000 subscribers. The power is not in the many. Because for this number that we have here in SNOA, the subscribers, you see the number that we have, we're supposed to provide like thousands and thousands of water wells in Africa. So the power is not in many. Don't get it twisted. I don't even believe in numbers. I tell these guys all the time. The power is in the commitment. If you have one person, two people who are committed to do something and they're determined, they'll make it happen. And that's what we focus on. All right. I don't want a crowd. I don't want a lot of people. I don't want a lot of noises. I just want a few people who wants to get things done, and they'll get it done. Like our ideas, our money, our efforts, our visions, and our we'll get it done one step at a time until the day we walk out of this world. This is what we'll say. We'll look back, and I have this feeling. I just pray that God will grant me that grace that I'll reach the point where I'll be like, God, now you can take me. I'm ready to come home. I've done my mission. I hope. I hope that will be my end. I hope that will be my end. And I pray that I shall not die by coincidence. I pray that you shall not die by coincidence. I pray that you will do everything you can and you sit, you say, you'll be like that guy who was just waiting to see Jesus to be born. And then when he held him in his hand and he said, God, now your servant is ready to rest because I have done what you purposefully prepared for me. And that's my prayer to the 30 people who are watching this stream right now, that you shall not die by accident. You shall not die by coincidence. You shall not be killed in Jesus' name. You will die when your time is ready and you will ask to live in Jesus' name. That will be your story. That will be my story. And God, looking back, I'm like, yes, we did that. Glory to God, man. We live fully life. It doesn't matter whether you're 20 or you're 30 or you're 40. The time is up. You'll look back and be like, all right, I don't want to be a burden to my family. I think now I'm ready to come. Father, so how are we doing this, okay? How are we going to live, okay? I don't want to be hit by a car. No, I just want to go and lay down on my bed and wake up in the morning. I'm in another world. That's what I want to happen to me. So I'll be like, all right, do what you got to do. Now I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So I pray that for you. I pray that grace for you. And I pray that for me as well. Anyways, guys, thank you. As I say, it's almost 12 here, but I need to wake up at 3 a.m. for this event tomorrow. So I appreciate for you guys who stick by here. And if you want to watch those videos, just go back, check the vlogs I made about South Africa, check the process, see what we've done, all right? And see what I've said, because everything I said here, I already said then. See the live stream as well that I said? I already said then. I just hope people listen. The other day, one of our family members, she texted me one video and she said, Mika, this is what you've been saying all the time. And look at now this is happening. You know, for instance, you know, the petition that we share, the petition for you guys to sign for One Africa right now. One of our main agenda, it was to take down these borders, you know, give single passport to our people, remove the visa restriction to our people, African. Now you have Kenya, William Ruto stood up and say, you know what, we're going to remove this from next year, January. And you have Kagame. After that, he followed. He said, you know what, from now onward, Africans come home. It's free for you to come. And we're going to see many presidents coming. But that is what we wrote 3 months ago in the petition that we asked you guys to sign. To sign deliberately. We say this petition will go to African Union, will go to the heads of the states. We tagged them. That petition I shared with PLO Lumumba professor. I shared with a lot of people who are doing the same work I'm doing here on YouTube. And it's still here. And I still want you guys to sign. And it's happening. Everything we do here at SNOA, it is happening. It is by the grace of God, and we give all the glory and all the honor and all the praise to God. And you that are part of this, you're part of the right movement, because God is in this place, and sometimes we just say things and they happen. And that's how it is. Sometimes we don't even need to use too much power. Just need to speak into existence and it happens. And we give glory back to him. All right? So let me pray a little quick and give glory to the one who deserves it all and get out of here. God, I'm humbly coming before you. Thank you for everything that is happening. Everything that we are, everything that we plan, everything that we speak. For those who have been following us and be with us from the start, they know that it comes to existence. And I give you glory for what is happening. We take no part of it. We take no glory, but we give back the glory to you. The wells that we build in South Africa and many more that we'll build in the continent of Africa. It's for your glory. So I believe that you'll hook us up with the right people for us to do the right things at the right time, because doing right and just is more acceptable and pleasing to God than sacrifice. Let us be obsessed by righteousness and justice. Let us be obsessed by pleasing you and giving you glory only alone, you, God. Let us be obsessed by working for you, for our people. Thank you for this privilege to lead this community and to do what we do. In your precious name, I praise you. Amen. All right, guys. I love you. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.